You've probably spent a weekend figuring out how to keep that crystal clear surface without turning the whole thing into a full-time job, right? The truth is, most pool owners end up with a vacuum that either drags a cord everywhere, quits after a few minutes, or just sits in the corner collecting dust. You're looking for something that actually works, that won't make you chase it around the pool, and that feels worth the few $100s you're about to spend. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's start with the big hesitation most people have. Will this thing actually clean my pool by itself, or will I be stuck fixing it every night? The KANGJIEM lightweight cordless robotic cleaner tries to answer that by going completely cordless. That means you don't have a 50-foot rope tangled around your ladder, and you can set it loose without worrying about it getting caught on a ladder rung or a pool cover. The unit weighs about 11 pounds, so you can lift it out of the water, empty the debris bag, and set it back in with one hand, nothing like lugging a 30-pound vacuum that needs a plug. What makes this model stand out in the crowded pool cleaner market is the self-parking feature. After it finishes a cleaning cycle, the robot senses the nearest wall and nudges itself into a corner, where you can simply pull it out. In real life, that saves you a few minutes of hunting for the robot when you're already tired after a swim. It's not a high-tech GPS system, but the logic is solid enough that you'll rarely have to chase it around the pool. The dual-motor setup provides both suction and propulsion. In practice, that translates to the cleaner moving forward even when it encounters a small leaf or a patch of algae. I've seen owners with medium-sized in-ground pools describe how the robot plows through debris without stalling, and the suction stays consistent for most of the runtime. The advertised 300-minute runtime is a bit optimistic for a full-size pool, but for a typical 20 by 40 foot above-ground or small in-ground pool you can expect roughly 2-hour cycles before the battery needs a quick recharge. The fast charging claim means you can get it back to full power in about an hour, so a single afternoon clean can be followed by a second run the same day if you have a lot of leaf fall. Who should consider buying this? If you have a flat-bottom pool that's under 20,000 gallons, you'll appreciate the lightweight design and the cordless freedom. It's especially handy for renters or homeowners who don't want to drill a permanent power source near the pool. Families with kids who splash a lot of hair and sand, or people who host weekend parties and end up with a lot of surface litter, will find the self-parking and easy empty bag routine a genuine time saver. It also makes sense for anyone who prefers a set-and-forget approach rather than manually vacuuming after each swim. On the flip side, if your pool is a deep plunge type with stairs, multiple levels, or a lot of curves, the robot's navigation can be a little hesitant. It's designed for flat surfaces, so it may spend extra time trying to climb a ladder or get around a built-in slide. Large commercial-size pools, or those that rely on a lot of water features, will likely outrun the battery and may need a more powerful, corded unit. Also, because the debris bag is relatively small, you'll have to stop and empty it every 3,045 minutes if you're cleaning a pool that's heavily soiled. That's a minor inconvenience compared to the hassle of a corded vacuum, but it's worth mentioning if you expect the robot to run unattended for hours. The practical strengths are pretty clear: cordless freedom, a lightweight that makes handling simple, and a self-parking system that removes the "where did it go" frustration. The suction is strong enough for typical leaf fallout and fine sand, and the dual motors keep it moving without getting stuck. From a maintenance perspective, the unit's outer shell is smooth plastic, so rinsing it off after a season is quick. The battery life, while not endless, aligns with the size of pools the robot targets, and the fast charge means you can squeeze in another cycle without waiting half a day. Weaknesses show up when you push the robot beyond its sweet spot. The 11-pound body, while easy to lift, also means the chassis isn't as robust as a heavier, industrial-grade cleaner. If you have a lot of large debris, think pine cones, sticks, or heavy dirt clumps, the suction can get clogged, and you'll need to clear the intake more often. The lack of a built-in filter means you're relying on the bag, which can fill quickly. Finally, the advertised quality assurance and after-sales support sounds nice, but because the brand isn't as widely known as some of the big players, finding replacement parts or getting rapid service could be a bit slower. Putting a price tag on it, the KANGJIEM sits in the mid-range bracket. You're not